must you give to have more time, resources, and energy? What if you could unleash your inner potential and find success at your fingertips? I have a secret weapon that can blow futility out of the water. In a word, productivity. Oh, Holly, that's boring. When I was a kid in art class, my teacher did something kind of odd. She turned the picture we were drawing upside down, and we said, "Why did you do that?" She said, "To change your perspective." Come on a journey with me, and let's turn stuff we've got to get done upside down. And so we can look at the ordinary as extraordinary, and we can gain a positive perspective on productivity. Productivity begins with personal discipline and relaxed composure. It's built on structure and focus and then implemented by adopting an attitude that fosters creativity, enthusiasm, and a positive outlook. The very fundamental element within productivity is you. So eat, drink, and be merry. But when you eat nutritiously. When you drink, hydrate. And when you make merry, find balance on that teeter-totter of life with proper measures of work, exercise, rest, and leisure. When you have a dash of beautiful sunsets mixed throughout of your life, it gives you good mood food. The fusion of all of these elements, it's exponential. And together, they can just blow productivity out of the park. Now that you have energy and a good mood, mind your P's. Prepare, plan, and prioritize. Prepare with purpose and passion. Find your target. Aim. Learn all you can about it. And skill comes with training and practice. Prepare, actually I said that, plan, and then do things ahead of time. Keep organized and put things where you need to use them. And last, prioritize. Now it's time to strategize. There's a kitty cat. Actually, there's two kitty cats. Efforts needs to get the mice out of the house. But he runs around spending lots of energy jumping from one mouse to the other, not really getting a lot done. Results needs to get mice out of the house too. But he builds a trap, and while he's building the trap, he notices where the mice are coming in. So he sets the trap and goes over and plugs up the hole. Now, who do you think is going to achieve their objective? Minding our P's makes us proactive and not reactive. This is about anticipation and preventing insignificant emergencies from trumping our priority. Here are two ideas on how to do that. There are some tasks that really require our undivided attention and expertise, but other tasks can be delegated. You really just have to weigh the cost benefit before you do that. Second, a good old-fashioned no to distractions is in order. Chunk time rather than multitasking, running around just doing a lot of things all at the same time, because that will give you structure when you chunk the time. So focus your attention on the objective by giving that first priority. Also, include time for leisure. That's when you're going to play your games. And for media, the onslaught of media, that's when you're going to check your email and make phone calls. But when you put them into little segments, you can really see how much time you're spending on those things, and you can streamline it. And give a time chunk to people who need your help or who need your attention. But be careful there, that takes some discernment. Sometimes saying no empowers that other person to actually come up creatively with some of their own ideas to solve the problem. But other times, a trade of resources is a good idea, because then, you know, it's your favor for my favor. This is a great way to use social networking within the workplace. Establishing these skills will help you feel in control, prepared, and in turn, you'll have less anxiety, more ability, and it'll give you more of that good mood food. All of this said, sometimes it's just so hard to get the motivation to get things done. But procrastination is the art of keeping up with yesterday. That means I can't enjoy today. So what am I to do about this procrastination crisis? Put on a positive perspective. A song I've been thinking of is A Spoonful of Sugar from Mary Poppins. And every job that must be done, there is an element of fun. Find the fun and the job's a game. That means find the nectar in whatever job I have to do, and it's not such a grind. Did you know that there's science behind this? Music, tasty treats, scents of roses, mountain scenes, those feel-good things release dopamine, and that makes our brains feel good. Christy Wilcox, a molecular biochemist and lead science correspondent, says we do know that dopamine, is key in behavior, cognition, motivation, and reward. In other words, it helps tell your body when you've done something good and promotes our brains to remember what we did that was good and repeat to get the reward again. So if we combine the feel-good things with the stuff we don't like, it's like we're tricking our brains into thinking it's enjoyable. Now, why don't we like some tasks? They're mundane, they're new, or maybe they're uncomfortable or painful. Now, the mundane things, turn your perspective upside down and see it as time you can liberate your mind, to ponder something you just learned, to think of something new, to enjoy a memory. It's your time. A gift. Unleash your creativity. Now, new things can quash that creativity. I was watching a motorcycle video once, and the riders were going up this windy path. The riders who looked towards the bend ahead and kept their eyes on the road, they stayed on their motorcycles. But the people who are afraid of wiping out in this bad spot, every time they looked there, bam, they crashed. What I learned from this is I need to keep my eyes ahead to where I want to go and not look at what I'm afraid of. But sometimes wipeouts will happen. In those times, instead of embracing obstacles and disappointments as failure, we can embrace them as opportunities to grow. Because when we embrace our weaknesses, our strengths can shine. And then we enjoy the ride. After all, it's about the journey and not just the destination, right? And that painful stuff. Behavioral scientists have discovered that one of the most effective ways to create an enjoyable experience is to stack the painful parts of the experience early in the process. Psychologically, we prefer experiences that improve over time. So, knock the uncomfortable stuff out first and finish on the upswing. And while you're doing it, infuse it with some dopamine, some music while you're exercising, or a little treat while you're paying those bills. Once we establish our plan and our routine and structure, we can overcome procrastination by improving our mood, attitude, and perspective. Then we're free to enjoy creativity, spontaneity, and enthusiasm within any task we undertake. My daughter once told me, "Mommy, it's the sort of ordinary, simple things that I love and appreciate most. And here's why. My granddaddy used to get up every morning and ask my grandmother, What are we gonna do exciting today? He knew how to put the fun in the times. He didn't wait for the fun times. He could make the ordinary extraordinary just by his enthusiasm for whatever it was we were doing at the time. He scooped me up in his arms and he danced, and he made me love life. And now my mom, his daughter, she makes the ordinary extraordinary for my kids, and my daughter appreciates it. To be productive and enjoy it, you have to know what you need. Believe in yourself. You are worth taking care of. Nurture yourself, both body and soul. You are one of a kind, unique, and have the ability to do great things. What is your spoonful of sugar?